Good evening, Tom Barter, Planning Ops for the Cameron Peak Fire, and this is your evening update for Thursday, September 10th. The fire today was really not active. There were some smoldering hot spots, but in general, there's too much snow on this fire for it to really move at all. Conditions up there today, it was still cloudy and cold, and we did get reports actually of fog and some freezing drizzle up there today. Also, something to note is the west side of the fire from the first storm really didn't receive as much snow as the rest of this fire. It received about 2 inches, and yesterday it was actually melted off right up here around Cameron Pass by around noon. And then they did observe some single tree torching right in this Division Whiskey area along Long Draw Road. Single tree torching means there's a tree in there that you get a little bit of fire underneath it. The ground got dry enough and the flame gets up in the tree, and the trees are dry enough, it climbs up in that tree and it torches the tree to catch the tree on fire. Single tree torching, it's not a super big deal. Single tree torching is indicative of some fire behavior in there. However, there is expected to get maybe 2 inches of snow on the west part of this fire tonight. So actions today, we were able to start getting some more engines and engine crews into the fire today. What we did in Division Alpha was we started getting some crews in here to start looking at how we can bring some line directly up right off the 103 or the Laramie River Road and bring it up here and try to tie it into this 173 road or the 177 road. We did get 2 structure groups of engines along the Highway 14 corridor to start going in and mopping up around the structures and hot spotting along the road where they could. Getting the spots around the structure is important. One thing we don't want to happen is to lose a structure by what we call secondary creep or some ember or something out around the structure. So we got 2 structure groups of engines in here along the Highway 14 corridor to keep working that today. Up in Division Foxtrot, still a lot of snow right here south of H93 on the 173 road. There's actually still too much snow in there to really get a good handle on where the fire line is and where we can start putting some line in there. So hoping another day we can get in there. We are getting some UTVs to try to get some better access right in there and get a little closer to it. Here in Division Tango, we are getting some more engine crews in there. Still a lot of snow. The conditions reported by the division along the Buckhorn Road today, they are actually deteriorating on them. And so he did get some engines in here to start looking at this line along the Buckhorn Road and start securing that and looking to do that. The problem we're having is a lot of the crews we need, the hand crews we need, a lot of them travel around what we call crew carriers or crew buggies, and a lot of those are 2-wheel drive. So it's a little bit of a dichotomy where we want crews in here, especially along this eastern side, but we can't quite get them in there yet due to the snow. But the highways are clear, and we are working on getting them. Each time we're getting some more in there. So we're getting some of those engine crews in there, and we're hoping to get some of the actual hand crews in there starting tomorrow. And the focus will be to start working this southern edge along the Buckhorn Road, keep securing that, and then try to come up around this southeast corner, start securing this where it butted up against the High Park fire. So that will be the plan tomorrow, as we can start getting more crews in there. Hopefully a little more snow melts off on some of these dirt roads, and we can start getting some more of that equipment in there. We'll also be looking to get crews in here right along this north shoulder here, just above Highway 14. Start looking at how we can get some crews in here to start putting line and go direct in there. So didn't quite have enough of them in there, but we do have some engine crews that kind of got there and started looking at the edge. Same down here, some engine crews working in there. Division Uniform, this very south piece that's extending back into the wilderness just west and northwest of the campus. Still a lot of snow in here. Really hard for crews to get in here and actually see the line and where we're going to put that. But that is the next plan. As soon as we can get a little melt off and get some crews in there to start working that and seeing how that's going to look. That is a concern of ours. There's still a lot of open line back here in the wilderness that we'll be looking at and working on to try to get them in there and see how we're going to piece this together. I know you guys might be sick of hearing piecing together, but we're going to get them in there to see what we can do. But priorities will be to continue working this edge with the engines and crews as we get them in there, working up on this shoulder, and then as the snow melts, getting some more crews in here and starting to work these edges here. And continue to extinguish hot spots around the structures The stuff in Rocky Mountain National Park, it's really high elevation. We haven't been able to get crews in there. The reports are they got upwards of 16 inches up there. So we have not been able to get crews in there. The other thing we have not been able to do, as I mentioned, it was cloudy and cool up there today, so we were not able to get any flights to get any divisions or any crew soups up or any ops up to actually fly this perimeter. We still have not been able to refly it and look at it. And that's your update for September 10th.